What's happening, everybody? Hope all is well. It's the lab, and we're here to talk tech. And hopefully, you guys are over here at the lab tech show live. So if you guys are watching on any other YouTube channel or on LinkedIn or on Facebook, feel free to make your way over to the lab tech show live as we come here to talk tech news, shall we say. And we want to talk about the latest tech trends and rollouts and all that great stuff. And hopefully you'll be enlightened, entertained, and educated this afternoon. My name is Corey Tallboy Sanders, and I have some guests with me today that are going to talk tech, and that's not really really their lane, shall we say, but they're here to just say, hey, I want to give my opinion, and hopefully they'll get some value out of this, and they hang out, and you'll learn from them, and we'll also learn a little bit together. Without further ado, let me go ahead and bring in um, let me go ahead and bring in my guest today. First, I would like to bring in the chef, Miss Tammi Chambers, and also the DJ, Mr. DJ Blendz. How you guys doing today?
I'm doing great, great.
Hey,
She said, "Hey." All right, so I guess we're going to start first with you, Tammy, if you don't mind just telling people a little bit about yourself, and after that, and where they can follow you, and same with you as well, Blends.
okay. Well, my name is Tammy Chambers. Hit the spot 10:06 live and in person. You can follow me at Hit the Spot 10:06. And what I do is make those comfort meals at comfortable prices. Hit me up. You can reach out to me on all my social. Like I said, hit the spot 10:06. If you want any of those meals, all I ask is 24 hours in advance. Starting Monday, I will have a weekly meal, a weekly dinner plan. So just hit me up 678-769-5594.
Blends?
Yes, I go by DJ Blendz. Can you hear me good?
Yeah, we can hear you loud and
DJ
clear.
Blendz. Okay, I'm a DJ, producer, videographer. You can find me on Instagram at the Blend Master. I do video mixes live on Twitch, and I'm just here to talk tech with my guy.
Oh man, I appreciate that, man. Before we get started and get into the show, we have a segment that what we like to call Your Week in Tech. Is there anything that you've been playing with in the tech world, whether it's a phone, a gadget, or anything like that? Is there anything that you guys have played with within the last week or two and said, hey, you know what? I want to share this with the world, and hopefully they'll be interested in it to where they'll be wanting to get involved with it. Blends, I'll
You
let
want
you
to go
go.
first? Okay, as far as me, I'm really into tech. As far as with my DJ stuff like that and producing, so my one of my favorite tech gadgets is my iPad, and recently started producing and doing a lot of beat making on the go. So as far as with tech, I would think that would be like my number one choice as far as what I mess with right now.
Now, is there any apps on there that you use that allow you, or that basically just says, "Hey, there's some things that are out there that I have to use this one particular go-to app," shall we say?
Oh yeah, we have an app called Beatmaker 3, which is just like, I mean, amazing beat making. So I can put my sounds in there. I can do all, like all the stuff I would do like on the regular computer. I can do it like in a kind of like an MPC style format, and just take that on the go with me, man. It's just amazing tech.
Okay, that's what's up. All right, Miss Chambers, I don't know if you're here. It looks like you were freezing up, but let me see. Do I have you here? Are you back? She's got her eyes closed, so she might be freezing. Maybe she can try and do it from her phone. I'm not sure. Um, I don't know. But for me, I found this amazing tool this week, and it's just a simple website. So if you are into music, if you're a DJ, so this might even be better for you. Blends. There's a how do you real brief? How do you get your music when you play, and then how do you also get instrumentals or just the vocals by itself? How do you get that?
Well, as a DJ, we have what we know as record pools, which are like different companies that supply DJs with records straight from the labels. So we get like instrumentals, acapellas. We get something called intros, which are like pre-made 4-bar loops in front of the song. So we get all these things when we pay a monthly fee, like $20 a month, and then you can get as much music as you want.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I found, and I don't know if you can have access to your computer or not, but I found this tool this weekend called vocalremover.org. And on this website, you literally can just upload the song. And when you upload the song, you have the opportunity to change the pitch, to change the tempo, to change the instrumental, to where it's just the vocal only. And also, you can also do it to where it's the instrumental only. And it's literally a drag and drop bar, and it was absolutely free. It was a free app, and I was like, "Wow, this is too good to be true." So that $20 that you're spending every month, you might be able to save a couple dollars. So it's called vocalremover.org. And there was some music that I was like, hey, I just need the instrumental. I don't need the vocals with it. And I was able to get what I needed off of that. So check it out, vocalremover.org. All right. Apparently she's not back, so hopefully she'll try and come in through her phone. If not, I'm not sure what's going on, but if not, the show must go on, so we're going to keep on going. And for all the ones who do know, it's called the Stash Stock Party. So right now, it's called, let's see, DuoLingo. We were just talking about this show, DuoLingo the other day, and I forgot exactly what it does, and I wish James was here. Um, but I'm actually logging in to my stash stock right now so I can go ahead and um, get my stash stock as we go. And it's called DuoLingo. So I'm logging in, and if you guys are not familiar, let me turn my volume down on my phone. If you're not familiar, you can go log on to James's link, jameshicks.org/stash stock, and you can get $20 off of your stock. You get $20 off of a stock, and you also get these little stash stock parties, and you get a portion of the stock, if that makes any sense. So I'm trying to go ahead and log in right now as we speak. Normally I'm already there, so I can go ahead and claim mine. But as you can see, it tells me it's DuoLingo, the same thing that's on the screen right now. It's the same one, and that's where we're at. And I went on and claimed mine, and you can go ahead and claim yours as well. All right. All right, so bear with me, Blends. We're gonna see if I can take her off the screen to where we can, if she comes back on, I'll be able to bring her back in. But bear with me 1 second as I go ahead and get her set up. Hide her from the screen real quick. There we go. And we'll just go ahead and start the show. And then if she comes in, we'll go from there. All right? How about that?
All right.
Let's see. So our first story of the day, and I don't know if you've heard about this. I'll go ahead and start my timer. Here we go. The first story of the day is Amazon. I said Amazon. I don't know. I'm tripping, bro. Amazon is gives Amazon is giving more wants to get more of your money with monthly installments. All right, can you put that on mute?
Put that on mute.
Okay, we're working with her real quick until she gets her audio back up and going. All right, so you can now give Amazon more of your money in monthly installments. So, are you familiar with QVC Home Shopping Network? Basically, it's the same situation where you can buy now, pay later, and basically Amazon wants you to buy. And let me go ahead and bring this article down just a little bit so you guys can go along with me. All right, they want you to buy, and they want to make it easier for you to do it. So basically, they're joining forces with a payment network called Affirm to follow customers to split the cost of purchases above $50 into monthly payments. Basically, Affirm has approved customers. Affirm said approved customers will be shown the total amount that they're agreeing to pay at the checkout and will not be charged any late or hidden fees. So that's pretty cool that you can do this as well with Amazon. So I think eBay and PayPal also allows for this service as well. Um, but now that Amazon is now jumping into the fray and saying, "Hey, we want to be able to, let you buy now, and pay later as an option." Now, this is only available in the U.S. Basically, they said by partnering with Amazon, they're bringing the transparency and predictability, affordability that provides today to the millions of people who shop on Amazon. So basically, they're saying you can basically pay for it. The only problem is when it's time to go ahead and make that payment, you better have your money, if that makes sense. So, Blendz, what are your thoughts on that?
I think it's another way for them to get more customers because a lot of people probably can't make they can't make certain purchases because they might be cash strapped or whatever. But if they can make payments, I think they'll get more people to buy more stuff.
Okay. You, Tammy, you're back. Welcome.
I agree. I think they are just doing what the average consumer would do. We've always had the layaway, the pay as you go. So Amazon is just jumping on board. And then with their prices being a little bit lower than the average stores, that makes it even better. Brings more money in. So I'm
Do
for
you,
it.
do you think that this is Amazon's way of cornering the market?
I do. I do. I mean, you have to look at the expansions and the ideas that they have been going through. Well, heck, since Bezos left, and they're on the move, and they're not just trying to reach those um, maybe high end with the good credit. They're trying to reach everybody, and by cornering the market with everybody, oh yeah, they got this. They got it.
Now, Blends, let me ask you, are you on Amazon? Do you do a lot of purchases there?
Oh yeah, I love going to Amazon. It's like my hangout spot.
He says is my hangout spot. So let me ask
Ever
you.
since ever since Fries left, Fries.
Okay. See,
I
I'm a
love the
big Micro
fries.
Center
Yeah.
fan, but the problem with Fry's and Micro Center is that they're big box retailers, and Amazon pretty much said, hey, instead of you paying, whatever that fee is, you can come in and we'll ship it to you with free shipping, and we'll even, cut down our costs. So now that they're giving the fact that you have a opportunity to pay in installments. Um, uh,
Mhm.
they're making it where it's affordable to where you can go out and buy that PlayStation 5, or you can buy that CDJ, or you can go out and buy that Ninja Foodie grill that you want, as opposed to saying, all right, I want to get out there and I want to just do this here. So just something to think about, and you go from there.
But yeah, a lot of DJ retail stores that sell DJ equipment, they've been doing that for a while. Like they allow DJs to make payments on big items like speakers and DJ turntables and stuff like that. So they might be just spreading it down to Amazon.
But this is nothing new.
Mhm.
You've already been doing this, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, they've been doing it with DJ equipment for a while. Like So that's why DJs have all those big speakers. You're like, hey, how do you afford all that? Because they let you make payments on everything, all your
Wow.
equipment. So
Wow.
yeah.
Tammy, what do you how could you see this as a use case for yourself?
I mean, I think it's really smart to do that. A lot of times, especially now, people don't have um $2,000, $3,000 to drop down on something right away. But hey, I'm good for it. So if I can make those payments, and you know, I look at these companies do not want to lose a sale. I could be your biggest customer, but you have to give me a chance. So I think this is Amazon's way of saying, hey, um, you could be my biggest customer. So I'm going to give you a chance and, you know, get my product out, get that product out there, let other people know, because if you do right by me and I do right by you, then this is a great partnership. So, like I said, I love it. I love it.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I mean, like I just look at it like this. eBay. I don't know if eBay does this or not, but they're basically saying, um, in early August, Square announced its intent to purchase Afterpay, which is an Australian payment by installments platform, for 29 billion. PayPal offers its own pay in four option, which breaks up payments into four interest-free payments. And then also Apple reportedly is looking into getting into the game with Apple Pay Later. So I mean, apparently this might be the new trend, and Amazon may have said, "All right, well, we're going to jump into it." But it looks like PayPal and Square has already been in the game, but now because one of these bigger platforms is there, they're now able to say this is the new trend. So, no different from Apple. When they say this is the hot thing to do, everybody jumps on board.
Mhm.
Yeah. So that's what's up. All right. So basically it says this is no stranger to the buy now, pay later. But the rise of all these payment options makes you worry if it's easy to say you'll pay later after making a bunch of purchases, but once the day to pay comes around, the full weight of those purchases become a reality. So the burden might be heavier than they imagine. So just something to think about as you guys think about the holidays as we go into the holiday season and as we go into the end of the year. So just something to think about. That's pretty much it. Anything else? Any follow ups? Anything? Okay. All right. Well, let's move on to our next topic. Five exciting phones. Let's see if I can get this to stop here. Five exciting phones that we should be looking at for 2022. I guess my question to you, Blendz, is what kind of phone do you have? What kind of phone do you have?
I have the iPhone.
So you're an Apple guy.
Yeah,
Oh
I'm an Apple
man.
guy.
Oh man. Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's bias over here.
yeah, I'm Team Droid, man. And if James was here tonight, you guys would be best friends. So are you looking at possibly purchasing the iPhone 13?
Yes, I can't wait.
You can't
This is
wait.
September. We've been waiting on September
Is
for a
it
while.
September
August was like
17th?
taking
Is it September 17th or September 14th?
somewhere around there, like in the middle. Yeah, but it's coming. It's coming. That's all we were.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right. Tammy, what about you? Are you looking for a new phone or are you happy with what you have?
Look, I am not looking for a new phone whatsoever. I'm content with this one. Like I say, I'm not into the phones like that. But I do know that when I look for another phone, it will be a Samsung. I don't care what that is. It will be a Samsung. Just like Blends is on this iPhone, I'm going back to Samsung.
Okay. All right. Well, that's
Okay.
yeah. So with that being said, there's 5 phones that you guys should potentially be looking at going into 2021, 2022. And basically, I think Samsung pretty much corners the market, but iPhone is saying, "Hey, let me put my hat in the mix as well." So we're gonna just talk about 5, and I think Google and Microsoft Duo kind of got a honorable mention, but. Starting with Apple, the iPhone 13 is supposed to make its big reveal within 2 or 3 weeks for their flagship line. They're expecting multiple models in the lineup and a standard and pro version, and hopefully a more affordable iPhone 13 mini. So I guess for me, Blends, are you into the mini? You got to have the pro, or what is it that you got to have to make it work for you?
Probably the Pro Max, because I'm doing a lot of stuff. I'm doing a lot of music stuff. I'm all over the place. I'm watching, man. It's just crazy, man. Got to have a big screen,
So do you really
do what
need
you
this,
do.
or is this something or is this something that you don't really? Do you really
I
need
mean,
it?
yes, yes, I do. I mean, you can shoot
Why?
movies with it. I mean, you can shoot movies. The camera is crazy. Like, so much stuff you can do with it. Like, it's just amazing. It's amazing.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I'm just asking. So basically, they're not
Wait, as long as
expecting.
they don't take the port away. If they take the port away, then we have problems. Because they're thinking somebody said they're going to take away the charging port. And that
So
would be
basically,
that would
they're
be
talking about
terrible.
going wireless charging, is what you're saying?
Yeah, and taking off all the ports, and then we have some issues if they do that. So
Okay. All
I
right.
might have to go to Android then.
So you're willing to make the jump?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. All right. So look, this is what
He
we're going to
doesn't
talk
sound
about.
too excited.
Yeah, yeah. Come on over, man. We welcome you. We welcome you with all arms. Okay. So basically, they're not expecting big physical changes beyond a slick new sunset gold color. But you may see a shallower notch on the front, as well as an integrated Touch ID, which would be great. Which would be a great workaround for unlocking the phone while wearing a face mask. Basically, the only way you can do it right now is using the Apple Watch. The cameras are rumored to be getting a decent boost as well. Basically saying night mode, wide angle lenses, which, we've been on wide angle lenses for about 4 or 5 years now. And
Hmm.
basically, they're saying the much improved zoom system, that'll be great. And basically, the iPhone Pro Max's 2.5 zoom pales into an insignificance against the Galaxy S21 ultra zoom skills. So I don't know what all that means, or how that could potentially help you. But I mean, most people are buying phones for camera quality anyway, right? Um, Video was always a highlight of the iPhone's camera, and they could be getting improvements like higher quality ProRes recording for the video, the fancy portrait mode background blur, and a new set of filters designed to improve how colors look. In fact, the camera upgrades may likely be the biggest changes we see on the phone. Um, Otherwise, the iPhone 13, along with many other phones released by Apple in the last few years, basically you're going to get iOS 15, basically without requiring the beta. So that's the iPhone. So I'm glad we got that up out of the way. The Galaxy S22. Now this might be something that you might be interested in, Tammy. Depends on if you really want to, how fancy you want to be. But it's not expected until next year, basically around the winter time, right after CES, February or March. Um, there's not a lot of rumors about the next generation of this phone. Basically, everybody's been talking about the Z Fold, the Z Flip, foldable phones. But like the iPhone, the S22 upgrades could be more focused around the camera, which teases. Which has been teasing around on their social media accounts on Samsung, hinting at a whopping 200 megapixel image sensor. Um, that could be the biggest resolution that they've seen thus far, and basically, um, it's a long way of improving the quality of those huge 30 times zoom and 100 times zoom images. So basically, if you're big into taking pictures, this phone might actually be for you. Um, Basically, the camera upgrade is basically what you're paying for if you're into the S22. Your thoughts, real briefly?
Mm, like I said, right now, I'm content with what I have. Um, I'm not trying to break the bank right now. To me, all of these phones are pretty overpriced um, for a camera. I feel like sometimes might as well just go get a real camera instead of just upgrading your phone. So, but right now, I'm good with my what is it V60 V50.
B50. Okay.
Yeah, see, I don't even know what it is. It's a phone.
Is just the phone. I got you. All right, now this is the phone that I'm actually looking at, and it's the Google Pixel. Now the price point, we're not sure where it's going to come in at, but basically they just made an announcement that they're going to make their launch next. What is it? Next month in October as opposed to September. Basically, it has. The XL model or the Pro model. I've never had a Google Pixel phone, but basically they're just saying that it will have some major camera upgrades of its own, a better image sensor where you can capture more light, and basically saying the more light means better photos. And one of the biggest changes is that Google will be using its own custom made tensor system on a chip rather than using one from the Qualcomm as it's done on previous handsets. So basically what that means is this tensor system, basically what they're saying is you can, your artificial intelligence, as you type or as you are doing Google Maps or as you're doing certain things, it will learn your tendencies and it will be able to process that a whole lot better with your speech recognition, live translation, and photography enhancements. Basically, that's kind of like the new thing, and not sure how it's going to look, but we're looking forward to seeing what that tensor chip looks like, the tensor system on a chip. Basically, it will also be one of the first phones running the latest Android 12, which all the other Android phones are on Go Android 11, and they'll make updates sooner than later. Um, you're killing me with your finger in the screen. Basically, the next phone is the what is it? The Samsung S21 FE, the fan edition. Let me see if I can find that real quick. And I think that's number 4. The fan edition. Basically, this phone was such a great deal last year that it's the best mid-range phone to beat. Basically, it's a lower price phone that included many of the Galaxy's S20's best features. The sequel, which will presume be called the S21 FE, could arrive this fall as a cheaper alternative to the higher end phones expected to hit this winter and this fall and winter. Basically, they're talking about it could possibly be a 6.4 inch display, a triple rear camera, and an improved 32 megapixel main camera resolution, fast charging, and an in-display fingerprint scanner. So it does all the same things that it's supposed to do. I mean that all the higher end phones do, but it just doesn't have the powerful. What's the word I'm looking for? It doesn't have that powerful chip. So basically, they said it came in at right at around $700. Basically, $300 lower than the Galaxy S20. And lastly, the last phone that we have is the Microsoft Surface Duo. I'm not going to talk too much into this phone other than, well, we didn't even talk about the Fold, but okay. The Surface Duo, basically it's a dual screen. It's a dual screen phone that's made by Microsoft, and basically they're just saying that let's see, it says it has a triple rear camera setup with more high-end internal specs. It includes 5G connectivity, improved photography, and data speeds that could go some way towards making up for issues with that first edition of the dual screen device. Basically, it offers a different idea in the growing folding phone. Basically, it's good. It's good for gaming, but a lot of people have not been ranting and raving about it. I know everyone has been saying that they wanted the Samsung, what is it? The Fold. Everyone's been talking about this Fold phone, and I really have not looked into too many of the specs of it. But I was able to find a quick video of what the Fold looks like. And basically this phone is running you right at about $1,700. Excuse me, $1,800. But if you turn your phone in, you can probably get a better deal. I spoke with T-Mobile over the week, and they told me if I wanted to change and jump into this phone, I would have to upgrade my plan to one of their newer tiers, and basically I would be paying $50 more just to be able, for my cell phone bill, just to be able to get this phone. So I don't think I'll be jumping into this phone at all until maybe a year later, but I'm actually waiting to see what the Google Pixel is doing, if I even make the jump out of it. I do like my my LG V60, but I do know that all things must come to an end. So it is what it is. And then also you see the Z Flip 3 as well. That's the little smaller phone that runs for about $1,000 that's on the screen. And it folds into like more like a compact photo. I don't know what you call that. A compact makeup thing. I don't know what you call that. So what are your thoughts on that? What do you think about any of these phones? Anything surprise you?
No.
Go ahead, let the Android people talk.
So you're just basically waiting for iPhone 13.
Yes. But these phones do really look nice. Like, do you really think we need a folding phone? Like, what do you think about that?
Well, currently we both have folding phones. So believe it or not, I have the LG V60. It's similar to hers. It's this phone here, and it goes into a case, and with the case, it literally snaps in, and what I have is I have two screens.
Oh, wow.
So I'm already doing the fold right now, but it's through the case as opposed to the actual phone. So I mean, I'm happy with this phone. I love this phone. It has the 3.5 millimeter jack. It has the wireless charging. It has the three cameras on the back with the wide angle. It does everything I needed to do. I can literally be on YouTube on one page, and I can be checking my email on the other, or on Facebook doing whatever I need to do. So I'm basically doing two things at the same time, as long as I don't drop it like I just did right there.
Okay. So it's kind of
I don't
like
think.
how a PC has two screens. They
Yeah,
bringing it to the mobile.
yeah. I mean, but you got to think these foldable phones have been out for let's say they've been out for about 3 or 4 years now. So this is nothing new. I mean, FlexPi by Royale was the first one that actually launched, and I don't think that they were ready, to be honest with you. But I actually touched the first foldable phone that ever hit America, the American hit on American soil. You got to remember this is the Galaxy Fold 3. So with this being the Galaxy Fold 3, they've already what's the word I'm looking for? This is their third. This is their third installment. So they're making the phone better. LG has come out with the Fold with her phone, the V50, and then I'm now with the V60. So I mean, the foldables have been out for a while, and Microsoft Duo as well.
Well,
Okay.
Blends. I, I don't think the foldable phones are necessary.
Hold up.
Just like I don't think the
Hold
iPhone
up.
13 is necessary. I just think that it's it's almost bragging rights. Like, ooh, I got a foldable phone. Or, ooh, I got the iPhone 13. I mean, it's like, are those things really necessary?
Oh, hell no.
No, they are necessary. You get
Yeah.
one when you got your hands on one of these things, you automatically know that this is the. It's like you don't want to go back. Why would you go back?
To what?
My point exactly. Why would you want to go back to anything? Why would you go back to a regular phone?
It's the features. It gives you
Okay,
more things you can do. That's why I
okay,
like it.
Okay.
It just works.
okay.
Where like the other phones might have a problem. Like you'd be like, "Oh, what's going on?" Like, "Oh my goodness!" Like, but then the phone, if it's more expensive, like it just works. I don't know. It's just crazy.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna let you have this. I'm gonna let you September 14th or September 17th. You can have you can do this and you can be dancing to your iPhone beat, having a great time. I'm gonna let you have that, and it is what it is.
That beat
But
is
I'm
sick.
good, huh?
So that beat is sick.
Yeah. So as a DJ, I'm pretty sure you will love it. So September 17th, September 14th, not sure what the date is. You can go out there and get yours, and I'm gonna wait and see what Google Pixel is gonna do, and hopefully they don't disappoint me. That's all I can say. All right. I'm just saying I don't want them to disappoint us. So hopefully they don't. All right. With that being said, let me see if I can get this to work. It's now our time for our call to action. And did it work? Follow us on the labtechshow.live. Check us out on all social media platforms. James Hicks will be joining us next week. I'm Tall Boy, James Hicks. We do this every Wednesday, the Lab Tech Show live. We came here to entertain you, enlighten, and give you a little bit of education. And that's pretty much what it is. The Lab Tech Show live. All right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and keep it moving. About 20 more minutes left, and we're gonna see what we can do. Are you on TikTok, Blends?
No, I actually downloaded the app, but I haven't like created an account and like started. But everybody's been telling me to get on there. There's like these
Okay.
DJs on there, they going live, and I'm just like, dang. But I haven't done it yet.
Okay. Well, Tammy, have you posted any content onto TikTok?
No, I'm just like Blends. I have an account, but I have not, and I'm so enthusiastic about TikTok. So Hey, people, I really need help. Getting these videos. I want to start doing some videos on TikTok, but I need help. So, hopefully, somebody in your audience will be willing to help me out just a tad
Just a
on
tad.
these yeah, well, a lot, just because um,
Well, I'm gonna put you all the way on the
I,
big screen.
you know what I think, but I really do think that the way TikTok is going, that is like a big boom to your business, and it's like I need to get my get it on. So listen, hit me up, hit the spot 1006 if you can help me do some TikTok videos. Okay, I would really appreciate it. That's
Look,
it.
no, no. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead and plug it because they. I don't think that they understand. I'm gonna go ahead and put your graphic up on the screen and go ahead. Tell them cooking is what you do. So tell
Cooking
them.
is what I do. Cooking is what I do. Cooking is what I love to do. Um, and I am trying to take it to another level. And I think TikTok would really help with that. I see people on there that their business is now booming, and it all came from TikTok because like I have been told, the attention span of us are of us humans are only about 30 seconds, maybe a minute. And like I said, oops, sorry. And I just need a little help on how to trim, how to edit. Um, Not a little. I need a lot of help. Tech is just not my, you know.
It's not your
I
forte.
stayed in the kitchen. I stayed in the kitchen. I didn't stay on a computer. So I'm sorry, but if you're willing to teach someone that is willing to learn, hit me up. Hit the spot 1006. Thank you.
You heard her. If you don't mind, if you could center yourself real quick and to get right in the middle of that screen, you know we're taping for TV as always. I appreciate it. And then he disappears from the screen. How did you disappear from the screen? There you go. I
There
don't know
he
what
is.
happened. Yeah, there he is. All right. So basically, popular online businesses are opening storefronts thanks to TikTok, and this is kind of what you were just talking about right here. Basically, there is a bakery in Brooklyn. They basically started, um, um, I guess, due to the pandemic. They started making bread or something like that. They took another approach and brought their business online, where their bakery called La Apartment 4F ended up rapidly gaining a following of New Yorkers who not only allowed the business to flourish as a delivery service, but would now be the first in line with the pair when the pair opened their storefront in Brooklyn Heights this fall. Basically, the coronavirus pandemic shut them down. Basically, their dreams were put on hold, and they had to abandon ship or find a way to pivot to a new digital only world. So basically, in the bakery's first week, Breest and Corford, I guess that's their last names, received enough digital foot traffic from their now 10,000 Instagram followers and 34,000 TikTok followers to buy a dishwasher for their apartment. You guessed it, at apartment 4F. And basically, over the next year, their storefront dreams were successfully funded through Kickstarter. Basically, 99% of that money they came straight from the wallets of their social media followers. Basically, there's a video, and I keep saying the word basically, I have to stop. So that's my little crutch word. There's a video here, and I don't know if we can play it or not, but this is a video of how it all started. I'm not sure if it'll work or not. I don't think it's going to work. But if you click on the article in if you click on the article inside of the description, it'll play. All right, I think it's buffering or something like that. I don't want to do that. But basically, if you click on the article in the description, it's already there. You can see it, and it will go from. You can see how they all got started. While the followers won't be able to visit the apartment 4F in person, they said that they're opening up across from the Manhattan Bridge. We had a line down the block. They had a line down the block for a good part of the morning. And they said, I would say for like 2.5, 3 hours, the owner of the Manhattan Vintage and Thrift Store, Rogue, which opened in June of this year, says that in the Lower East Side of New York, the pandemic prevented her from selling at street fairs and pop-ups. So this is another company, I believe. Maybe it's the same one. I'm not sure. But basically, with around 414,000 TikTok followers, they now use the account as a space to primarily promote storefront, and says online audiences are responsible for most of the in-person business. And when people come in and say, how did you find us? 95% of the people say TikTok. A few have said Instagram, and maybe a few down the line say Snapchat. Surprisingly, way more likely to translate into the TikTok is surprisingly way more likely to translate into in-person foot traffic than it ever does on online orders. And basically, they think people are eager to do things in person again. So, Blendz, what do you think about that? Can you see yourself blowing up on TikTok and people just pulling up to the club or the venue or anything that you do, just because you have that hot mix? You're muted, brother. You're muted.
Okay. Sorry. Here we go. I mean, I could see it taking off on TikTok. As it's been going like that on Twitch as well with the DJs DJing live. So TikTok has the live feature. I can see the same thing happening as well. Right.
Okay. And Tammi, what about you? I know that you have your cooking show, but with you having your cooking show, how do you see? I mean, like I said, this was a bakery shop and this was a boutique store. But I mean, with your cooking, I mean, I'm pretty sure that there's got to be a use case for you if you find the help that you say that you want, or you get the help that you want. How do you see that as a use case for yourself?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think it would definitely help because, like I say, TikTok is almost like a commercial. You can run it just like a commercial. And if they want details or if they want to get in touch with you, you have your info in the bio. So it would definitely increase sales and help me out. So yes, that's one area that I know it really helped, and it's helping, as the articles said, it's helping a lot of these restaurants who people are eager to come back out, and they, it's like before they couldn't see anything because everything's on lockdown. TikTok gives you the avenue. Like I said, it's like your own commercial. So, and you could switch up the commercial every day or every 6 hours if that's what you choose to do, with a different recipe, a different meal. So I love it.
For me, I have not found a use case, shall we say, for me to use TikTok, even though there's probably hundreds and thousands, especially with me being a content creator, and you're just recapping the events and you're finding people. I guess for me, you have to find your platform. I was not a big fan of LinkedIn. Now I'm finding myself enjoying LinkedIn a little bit more. I also know that TikTok is more for the millennials. So if you or Gen Zers, I think that's what they call them. I'm just not there yet, and I'm pretty sure I will eventually get there. But when TikTok really first started, I believe Gary Vee was the one saying we need to go to TikTok. We need to go to TikTok. We need to go to TikTok. And the people who jumped on the early bandwagon, um, they're successful. I mean, they really are. I mean, I'm looking at the followers. I do have an account. I get tagged or dinged every day saying some new content has dropped. So yeah, I mean, for me, I just don't see the use case for it, but I do see how it could help me if I did find a use case for it, if that makes sense. Okay, everybody's quiet. Okay, so that's about it on that topic right there. TikTok, get on it if you're not on it, and basically you could be like one of these businesses here. With that being said, we're now on Roku and Amazon Fire. Check us out, TBE Media. This show will be on there too.
This is nice.
All right. So, all right. Our last.
That's corny. That's corny music. Don't use that again.
Well,
You
that
gotta-
was that
you
was the
gotta
whole
do-
purpose, Tammy.
It was
You got
real
a
TV.
DJ, you
it
got-
was TV.
You got a DJ right here. I mean, he couldn't pump it up just a little bit. See if you was on TikTok.
That was good old school.
That
That
you-
was some old school TV music.
Yeah, that was the old school bumper music. That's all I needed. Just a little. I just needed a little something. That's all. Yeah, don't
It's like
hate
a love boat, you know.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
TV.
Hey, come on, y'all over there hating.
That was classic. That was
Exactly.
when you do your commercial
felt
on
Stop hating.
TikTok,
I felt
don't do it like that. Don't do it like that.
Don't do it like that.
Don't do it like that
She over there clowning. She clowning. Was it that bad, Tammy? Was it really that
on
bad?
TikTok. Yes. I'll tell you
Hell
after
no, to the no, no, no. Hell to the no, hell to the no, to the no, no, no. Hell no, no.
I'm just saying, don't be hating on me over here. Don't be hating on me. Oh man, y'all are funny. Y'all are hilarious. So we got one more article, and we're gonna get out of here. Basically, it's about Google, and it's funny because now my screen has frozen up on me, and I don't know why. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna go ahead and pop up another article here, and then basically it's
that
Google.
darn Google.
Yeah, Google will do it to you every single time, right? Google will do it to you every single time. With that being
Google.
said, that's right on time with this article here. Google will continue to pay Apple billions to keep you from using Bing. Well, I was about to bring him back on the screen, but I guess he's not available. So
Yeah.
are you guys familiar with Bing? Have you ever used Bing, or is it only just Google Chrome?
Well, Bing, I think that's an Android thing because we never see it on Apple.
Well,
But I know, like,
But you know
I've
what?
had
I don't
Android
think it's
before. I saw.
I don't think it's so much thing. I think other people use Chrome. I have heard of Bing, but why use Bing when you have Chrome? So
Well, that's the whole point of this whole article right here. And to your point, the Apple user, basically, Google seemed to have no problem doling out cash to ensure it remains the search engine of choice. The search engine of choice, and documents have shown that the company offers financial incentives to smartphone manufacturers to keep its app store front and center, and it pays developers to offer their games in Google Play. They said that the company also pays Apple a hefty sum to remain in default in the company's Safari browser this year alone to be about $15 billion just to be able to say they're the default browser. Not Safari, not Bing, not Firefox. This is the one to go to. So that's probably why you've never heard of it, Blendz, because $15 billion. Would you put Bing on your software, or would you be playing anything Bing when you're playing music?
No.
He said no. They said it's probably
we've been using Google so long, so it's like that's like just the normal thing to do.
right. But the thing is,
People say Google something, they don't say Bing something, so it's like.
but the
Google
reason why
had
is,
their
I mean,
foot on, yeah.
but the reason why is for $15 billion, I mean, you're going to do everything Google. You're going to do everything Chrome. You're not going to do Safari. I mean, do you even use your Safari app? Use your Safari browser at all?
Well, that's just because that's like the default on Apple stuff, so you just have to use Safari. So.
But, I mean, you still use Chrome, though, on your Apple phone. Is that correct?
No, I use Safari.
Oh, you do use Safari, but you never heard of you've never heard of. I got you. They're saying that it's likely to increase to 20 billion in 2022, and those estimates are based on patterns found in the latest available financial documents from both companies. And unless something changes significantly in the next year, Google is likely to continue to pay many billions to stay in front and center for the iOS users. Your thoughts, Tammi? I know you're not an Apple person, but
No, but like I said, Chrome is it, you know, and I think that's for everybody, Apple or not. You found the one person probably uses the Safari, but even he knows what Google Chrome is. So,
there's basically saying, Blendz, and you're on the screen too. Considering the word antitrust is floating around Google like a fruit fly, it could be considered a regulatory risk if it's seen as evidence of Google's anti-competitive practices. Anti-competitive practices. So, do you think that this is illegal, Blendz, for them to do this?
I mean, it's kind of like a monopoly, but I mean, they're so big, it's kind of hard for people to say nothing because, like, they got YouTube and nobody's ever like opening another YouTube, so it's kind of like they got their foot on everybody's head. So it's like,
but there is another
I don't know.
YouTube, and that's Vimeo. So, I mean, they're not as popular, but I mean, what people don't know with Vimeo is you can charge your own prices to have people watch your video. But because Google is owned, because YouTube is owned by Google, they're going to quite naturally push their videos to the forefront before they push any of Vimeo's videos. But you can actually make money on Vimeo, and you can set your own pricing for whatever video that you want on Vimeo. Tammi, what do you think?
I think it's a popularity thing. So, okay, Google Chrome is known. It's going to be kind of hard for any other search engine to come along and give Chrome any kind of their money. Just like with YouTube, it's like, okay, it could be other platforms, and you could start off making money, but it's YouTube. I mean, how many people are searching for Vimeo? So
No,
it's, I mean,
get
it's
it.
the same.
No, I get it. I just think that, I mean, big bank take little bank, right? Is it fair that the big bank has all the money and then they get to dictate? That turns into a dictatorship. So I mean, and then these are unfair practices to a certain point. I mean, who has $15 billion, $22 billion? Who has $30 billion that can just literally say, "Hey, we're paying you enough money to just shut you out"? How would you feel if it was you, the shoe on the other foot, that was saying, "I own a cooking business and I don't want her to be able to sell in Atlanta at all. She cannot sell in the state of Georgia. She cannot sell in the city of Atlanta. She has to go somewhere else. And I'm going to pay you $15 billion to make sure that she does not cook. Or I'm going to pay you $15 billion to make sure he does not DJ in this city." How would you guys feel? I mean, it's big bank take a little bank, right? Is that legal?
Well, I will say this. There's room for everybody, and if you really want it, then you will go out there and get it. I mean, I feel like Google, even if it was another restaurant, they put in the time and the work, then it's like they deserve. Now, to tell me that I can't, you can't tell anybody that they can't do anything. It's just that people have to research. So it's like my loyal customers are always going to be my loyal customers. So now I'm dependent on them for this word of mouth. And I always have to make sure that I give them that excellent service, just like with Bing. Now, if Bing has issues and I'm sitting up here and I'm trying to bring people to Bing and they run into issues, then of course they're going to go back to Chrome. So, hey, if you want it, you gotta fight for it. I mean, it's always somebody. It's always the giant. It's like, so who's going to take down the giant?
No, I mean, I
That's
get
all
it.
it
I
is.
mean, no one knows about Firefox. No one knows about that browser. They're not a popular browser, but gamers and
Mhm.
techies, they really do know it, and they think that the platform is or the browser is much more secure and much more reliable than Google Chrome. The problem with Google Chrome is they take your data, and basically every time you speak of something, then you see an ad on your phone. So that's how they make their money. And to the point at the very bottom part of the article is Google still makes the majority of its cash from advertising revenue. They made 61.9 billion in profit, led by search, which made 7 billion on its own. It's unclear exactly how much it contributes to Google's bottom line, and whether paying is really worth it when the alternative is Bing. The question is, I guess, that really boils down to is, are you willing to try out Bing for a month and just say, I'm going to just use Bing and to see how reliable it is? Because some people want the security, some people don't want to be flooded with ads. Are you willing to try it? Blendz?
I mean, if it comes up with good search results, I am, because I've noticed recently, like it's like Google's cutting back on the search results. Like, you can search back in the day, you find a bunch of stuff like tell you what you're looking for, but like nowadays, it's like it's not that much stuff. So I don't know what's going on, man. It might be a shift. I don't know.
What about you?
It's kind of different.
Tammy? Would you be willing to try for a month?
Well, no. No. Because search for something
That's
I
for
need to
Google.
know that I'm going to find it. So, no. I mean, I've tried it on because if you have an Amazon Fire Stick and you go to their internet browser on there, Bing is that's the browser that pops up. Bing. Um, I don't like it. So um, I'm gonna stick for my Google Chrome.
Okay. Well, I mean, there's nothing wrong with just saying this is what you like. I mean, you like what you like. I can't make you switch. All I can just say is, are you open to something different? If you're not open, if you don't have an open mind to it, then it's kind of hard to get people to to make that switch. So I completely understand where you're coming from, and I mean, people like what they like, and that's just what
Are
it
you
is.
open?
Yeah, I would try not for the month of September, but I would probably say, yeah, I'll do it for November or December. I've actually used Bing. There's also Microsoft Edge. Not a big fan of it, but you got to think Yahoo was another search engine that people use for years, but no one uses Yahoo anymore. Um, so I'm always open to try something different. I'm always open to say what's the newest thing on the block, and it may actually be better. You have to be willing to give people a chance. So for me, the question is it reliable? Number one, and we already know, and you have to be fair when it comes to this. You have to be honest. Google has everything. Even I, post all my stuff to YouTube. I don't even post my content to Vimeo. So, I mean, it's not right for me to, say, hey, I get it. Let me rephrase that statement. I get it. I understand completely. YouTube and Google corners the market. Now, I may need to start putting some of my content somewhere else because Google is going to say, hey, what if they say we're going to charge you for this? Well, everybody's screwed because this is what you're accustomed to. We log into our Gmail accounts, which is owned by Google. So, I mean, most of our passwords are owned by Facebook or Gmail, which is a Google product, or Facebook. I mean, what do you do? So your hands kind of tied. So, I mean, yeah, I'm open to it. Why would I not? I mean, I just think at the end of the day, it's one of those situations where you have to just be willing to give somebody a chance. Yes? No?
I
I'll
agree.
just like,
I agree.
that's it. And she said no. You said you agree. I get it. So,
But Google's not like providing a bad service. Like, so people,
no, they're not.
if they were, yeah. So, I mean, if they're providing a good service, they should, they should stay on top.
But you
I
got to
don't
get
know.
okay. So, how long have you? Let me ask you this: how long have you been DJing?
Oh wow, over 20 years.
Okay, so when you first, I gotta find your screen. When you started DJing, you wanted to be at the top of the mountain when you first started out, right? And there was somebody that was ahead of you that was doing their thing and was cornering the market, right?
Correct.
And you had to find a way to get your thing in, and it came out to be the blend sticks, or it came out to be whatever it was that it came out to be to make you the top guy in your city, correct?
Correct.
So, but someone had to give you a chance somewhere, right?
Somewhere, yeah, but you had to work your way to the top too. Like, you had to just
Hmm.
keep going hard so that people couldn't deny you, because they would try. There's a lot of politics, they can know you good, but they won't let you in. So you just got to keep going super hard where they can't even deny it. So it's like Google. They went super hard, and they got a product you can't deny it. So somebody else needs to come with something super hard, and then if it's better than Google, they'll take over. But till then,
It,
I don't know.
it will probably be Amazon. That Amazon's going to come out with their own search engine, and because it's a very popular name, and they say, well, we just want in the search engine business. I mean, they're already building their apps. They already have their own app store. And so once they build out that infrastructure, it's, I mean, it's basically name recognition. No different from McDonald's. No different from Nike. I mean, how many
Yeah.
people are saying, I want a Checkers burger? How many people are saying, I want some felines? They saying I want Nike, and they're saying they want, McDonald's. So I get it. All right. Well, as we wrap up, is there anything that you guys would like to leave? Where can people find you? What's your social media handles? What would you like people to know about you? Go ahead. I'm going to leave it all up to you, starting with Tammi. You let everybody know what you want them to know.
Okay, so like I said, my name is Tammi. Hit the spot 1006 is all my social media handles. My Cash App is Tammi 1006, and that's Tammi with the I, not a Y. The only person that's allowed to do that is my mama. So, but it's Tammi with the I 1006. And you could catch me this Friday. I will be doing my infamous fish fry. Now I know it's the holiday weekend or whatever, but I'll be serving up my famous fish. So give me a call, 678-769-5594.
And that fish fry is only in Atlanta, right? Because somebody watching in
Oh yeah. Only look, I can't get it to you in England or anything like that. But once this country actually really opens up for real, I got y'all when we come over there to visit. Okay.
All right. And Blendz?
You can catch me on Mixcloud.com. That's where you can get your blends and mixes, and you can stream some real high quality mixes over there. But if you want to check me out live when we do the live parties, you can follow me on Twitch at the Blend Master, THE Blend Master, live on Twitch. That's where we get it in. We might do a show tonight. I'm feeling real good. We might have to do something tonight. Make sure y'all tune in. I'll turn up for you real quick. I'm a music video DJ, so all the songs I play is the music videos. So we take it back 80s, 90s, 70s, 60s, whatever you want to do, reggae, R&B, everything, chop the screw, whatever, slow jams, R&B, it goes nuts. And what?
Anything else?
Thursdays we do R&B. Good morning R&B vibes every Thursday, 9 a.m. Eastern time on Twitch.
And that's all on Mixcloud, on Twitch or on Mixcloud?
It's on Twitch and Mixcloud.
Okay, and they follow you at the Blend Master, right?
At the Blend Master, everything, Instagram, everywhere, at the Blend Master.
All right, there it is. You guys know me. My name is Corey Tallboy Sanders. We came here to give you the tech news. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you once again. Wanted to bring the fans, the people who watch and support the show. Just wanted to thank you guys for watching, hanging out with us, and just being a part of it. And hopefully we'll be able to get more people to come along and jump on board on what we're doing and go from there. With that being said, it's the lab.
Peace out.
Hold up, man.